Hello, hi there, it's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Mania. God bless you, my friends. Thank you kindly for joining along for it's another one of these wacky live streams. Yes, unlike the other live streams we've had this week where I've been sort of miserable in sickness, I feel 90% better, 95% better, somewhere in that range. I have used up my course of antibiotics. I am not feeling so phlegmy. Maybe just a little bit phlegmy, but on the up and up, as it were, which is nice because apparently there's going to be lots of snow here in Canada, or at least my parts of Canada, overnight. And I really want to be in tip top shape to be able to use the snow blower, shovel the snows, all of that. Being sick and relying on other people, it's just not my thing. I don't like relying on other people. But I guess that should be pretty clear because a lot of the opinions that I put out there about Mortal Kombat, trans youth rights, all of that stuff, it's I feel like I am coming from a perspective that I don't share with a lot of people, which is disheartening that I feel so alone in the way that I think. Yes, I hate Mortal Kombat, but I'm not around like other people like salivating over Pink Floyd or whatever crumbs that NRS is throwing people. It seems a lot of people are easily swayed by things. A lot of people are very flip flop on topics, but not me. I have been hating Mortal Kombat 1 prior to release. I will continue hating it as I play Marvel Rivals. Yay. But I feel like there is some sort of monolith of LGBT hive mind behavior. If you're part of the LGBT, you are expected to think some sort of way. And if you don't think that sort of ultra progressive way, then all of a sudden you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're supporting genocide. I don't know. I'm not queer for Palestine. Let's put that out there. But I don't understand what's going on in the world, especially now, because I have been so enraptured by Marvel Rivals that I have neglected all of the ongoings with gay, trans, executive orders, Trump, Canada. I've been ignoring this stuff. And honestly, ignorance is a little bit of bliss. It's nice to be able to disconnect from these thoughts. But I am a person who likes to watch the news every single day. So when I wake up in the morning, I have the Canadian news from the night before playing, and I've heard all sorts of wild stuff about people seeking trans asylum in Canada because of executive orders being signed by Trump. So then my question is, where is Steffi? Is Steffi coming to Canada? Is Sonic Fox coming to Canada? Is this where all the non binaries and trans start invading Canada? Because they're afraid of Trump? I mean, like, I don't know why anyone should be afraid of Trump. I think Trump may be a little bit of a loose cannon when it comes to the words, his mouth, the things that he says. But I'm not feeling like, I don't think Trump is trying to kill me. But apparently, that's the thought process for some people in the United States, which is like, wake up, America. Wake up. Get woke. I ain't got centuries for people to get woke. Get woke now. So we're going to be taking a look at some newsy pieces of informations coming out of America and Canada. Because, I mean, I'm Canadian, so I like to have that sort of balance. But at the same time, there is some informations from the UK's about the trans. There is some updates from Sonic Fox regarding his non-binary queerness. I'm sorry. Isn't he just a furfagatina? Since when is he non-binary? Non-binary means you don't have a dick or a vagina. Is like from penis to vagina or from no penis to no vagina. I love that song. Oh, how does the song go? How very nice to meet you. I want to know about sex change operation. Man to woman, woman to man, man to woman, from penis to vagina. There's no tune. You don't need a tune for that fucking song. That song does not require any melodic musical ability. It just requires penis to vagina. How delightful. So yes, we're going to be taking a look at Sonic Fox, gays across the border, and Canada. Fun times. So thank you, my friends, for joining. Once again, I must impress upon you. Leave a like or get the fuck out. What you doing here? Go away. Go do something better with your time. Learn a skill. Spend time with a loved one. Get a new hobby. But if you don't like hearing shit about Mortal Kombat 1 or trans youth rights, maybe this isn't the place for you. Yeah, bye-bye. But oh well. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. Oh, the trans beans. Yes, we are really embracing our jaded mania side today. Yes, the trans beans. Men need to be women to love women, apparently. Soon coming to Canada. Quick, save the tampons from Trump. I'm glad that people are moving to Canada. Maybe then, we can find some people to do work. Because apparently we're running out of Indian immigrants to do the work. So we'll take some trans asylum refugees, I guess. So many Lady Gaga shills. I don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, even people who don't like the video game, talking about the video game is shilling for the video game. Move on. Find something better. I love Marvel Rivals. Ooh, let me know. What is your ranking in Marvel Rivals? Is the rank reset bothering you? It's bothering some people. But I never really... I wasn't really bothered by it. Maybe it's because for me, when I play ranked of Marvel Rivals, I find it not hard to rank up. It's like all you need is a win streak, then you rank up. Not hard. Just get wins. Oh well. I feel so alone in the way that I think, okay, yeah. I mean, like, it's sad that we, as the elder gays, are now being cast aside by the younger progressive generation who feel it's appropriate to call everyone queer. Can we just call everyone for faggotinas or something? If they get to reclaim queer, can we reclaim faggy waggy? Damn it. Because there's a bunch of stupid faggy waggies out there who are crying about, oh no, I need asylum in Canada. Guess what? Canada don't want you. Well, if we have to have a choice, I will take some faggy waggies working at Tim Hortons over people who don't even speak English at Tim Hortons. Ooh, I had Tim Hortons when I was sick. I got chicken noodle soup. And I got, I like their potato wedges. I got potato wedges. What else did I get at Tim Hortons? That was it. It was nice. Actually, it wasn't. The soup tasted horrible. Those people who don't know English can't make a good chicken noodle soup. I don't know what happened at Tim Hortons. Anyways, so let us begin with some perusings of news from the UK. So this is the Telegraph, UK news website of the year 2024. This article came out, oh, they're trying to make me buy some shit, February 6th. So just a week ago. Science Museum in bonkers LGBT Lego warning. What? Okay. Well, is UK using the term bonkers to mean crazy? I'm surprised that they're calling the LGBT crazy. Institutions seeing things queerly tour claims people think the toy bricks are gendered and reinforces idea heterosexuality is the norm. I'm sorry, babes. Wake up. Heterosexuality is the norm. None of us would have been here were it not for a penis and a vagina coming together in heterosexual bliss. That's what happened to make all of us here. Heterosexuality is the norm. What is supposed to be the norm? Trans youth? Is that the norm? What is the norm now if not heterosexuality? I am dying at this because why are they trying to make everyone gay? Does absolutely everyone need to be a homo? I am so confused by this. I mean, like, it definitely takes away from the specialness of being fabulous if everyone is fucking sucking dicks. But I don't think that's the case. People are just claiming that they suck dicks so that they can be part of the LGBT, but they don't suck the dick. They are fucking liars. So this is wild. I can't unfortunately read the rest of this article. Why? Are you serious, Telegraph? Give me the fucking article. Okay, let's see if I can find it from here. Okay, so this is not the same article, but an opinion of the article. Because I can't pay for this shit. Why is this? Oh no, I can't even get it. Okay, give me a second. Maybe I need to make an account. Maybe I need to. Oh no. Shit. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use my Googles. Oh, I'm so ashamed that I'm using my Google account to sign in to read this article, but apparently free speech is not free. You have to pay for it by giving them your information. No, I don't want to give you annual upgrade. Suck a dick! Okay, I back out. That was clearly too much. Apparently, getting information from the UK is costly. Very costly. Okay, let's try this one. This one is also asking me to buy the fucking thing. I'm not buying this shit. I don't even agree with LGBT Lego bricks being heterosexuality normative. Like, what the fuck? The plastic bricks may reinforce heterosexuality as the norm because the blocks are seen as male and female. Wait, how? Wait, how? How are the blocks male and female? I know en français there's like le stylo or like la fenêtre. Like there's male and female words, but it's not like the window's a vagina or that the pen is a penis. I don't get it. According to a tour at the whatever. So this is insane. Not only is the UK trying to gouge me out of my few shekels that I have, but they're also saying things like heterosexuality is the norm is a bad thing. Is everyone going to become test tube babies in like 5 years from now? There's not going to be a man or a woman at the moment of conception. It's just going to be a petri dish and a scientist? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? So I am really sad that they are ruining Legos because Legos can be really cute. Like, look at this one. Because Dave was actually thinking about buying this, but not because of the article. Oh my god, can they stop with this fucking reject? Reject your fucking cookies. Okay, so do you see this? Look at this Lego. It's pretty. You can make a flower with Legos. So they're calling it Lego Botanicals Orchid. You can make an orchid. If you have a black thumb and you can't grow shit, at least you can play with your Legos. But now, Legos definitely oppressing the gay people, the gay wads out there, because it's heteronormative. Um, maybe they need to make Legos that are gay, that you rub the little, like, bricks together and then they jizz. Is that what they want? Do they want Lego bricks that jizz? I'm not sure how they could make it more gay, but, jizz-filled Legos. That's a thought. So yes, here we are in the wild society where children's toys must be gendered or must have some sort of sexual orientation. What do these people think about batteries? Or how about like Ethernet cables? Cuz you got to plug something into the hole. So is plugging anything into a hole now some form of oppression and tyranny? LOL. That's like why they make those wireless chargers for cell phones now. You just put the cell phones on top like a pad or something and it charges that way without having to use heterosexual cables. What the fuck? So yes, very, very wild times. Okay. I've also got this from the UK. I was very surprised at this. Trans rights protesters turn nasty in minutes. Now, I find it very fascinating to see what is the Western world doing about trans issues, whether it be America, Canada, UK. There needs to be some sort of consensus amongst the English speaking world as to how to deal with these things. But when I take a look at the UK and I see people losing their minds over quote unquote trans rights being taken away, like, it gives me a sense of despair that this world is really losing common sense, losing its mind, because once upon a time, people used to be opposed to Big Pharma. And when I see these people crying about trans rights, what I see them crying for is the forced medicalization of children. What the fuck? If I was a young little femboy now, I would have surely been transitioned long time ago. I would have been Deborah a long time ago. So I see this and I worry because kids are going to grow up, they're going to take these hormones, medicines, and treatments, and then they're going to lose any chance of having a normal orgasm, a normal erection, a normal life, because they're forced into believing that to be special is to be trans and to be using chest binders, getting your balls chopped off, etc. It's too much. Okay. Claymore. Oh, we need to decolonize Legos. Yeah, because Legos are racist. Oh, those racist Legos. I worked at Tim Hortons from 15 to 24, on and off. Oh, very nice. I used to work for the government when I was younger, like teenage. Uh, do you know, like, workman's comp? So, like, people get injured on job, file for disability, then they want their monies. So I used to work for those people. And I used to hear so many stories of people getting shafted by the government, people not getting the disability that they needed, or the medicines that they needed, or the money that they needed. I've heard a lot of shit. So I feel like whenever working, you have to sort of be aware of all of the dangers, all of the scary things that could happen. And I wouldn't have gotten that did I not work for the government. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. Working for the government made me more aware of all of the dangers that you can experience in the workplace. World has gone mad. Yes. Yes, yes. Is so cute. Platinum 2. Yay. Aw. I'm glad that you're at Platinum 2. I used to be, but then I lost it when I played with friends. Now I only see solo queue as the option. Please. Lamau Dave, Vile Mania, Clay Mania. Oh, we're all turning into Manias. Love it. Okay. So these people who are transitioning into Manias in the UK, they're losing their minds. Let's have a little look-see. Trans rights and human rights! Trans rights and human rights! We will not live in fear! We're here! I didn't think that they were still using the "we're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children." I thought they gave up on that rhetoric. Can you please leave the children alone?
Oh, are you the one that takes pictures of disabled people and posts them on Twitter to laugh at?
This looks like cult-like behavior. People that are so drunk on their own concepts, beliefs, ideologies, that they start behaving in ways that are not socially acceptable. Because I think if you saw someone in the street just doing this by themselves, you would think, like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Are they on fentanyl? Get them off the street. But here it's like normalized. Like the weirdest shit is getting normalized. Human rights! Human rights! And this haircut, terrible. You can have the ability to have nice hair and you choose to do that to yourself? Okay. Human rights are human rights!
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here around here, well, we're out in Nottingham. I believe I have been to Nottingham previously, many years ago. I think it might have been back in the Arthur Taylor Live Free sort of days. Have we been? Oh, did we do that council office, didn't we?
We did a police station.
Uh-oh. He's masking his face like one of those Palestine protesters. Kind of scary. So let's fast forward a bit. Women for trans rights. Now, are women for trans rights, like, what about those women in correctional institutions that are getting raped and impregnated by trans women? What about their rights? Is that okay? What about women who get hit in the face by balls, not man balls, but sports balls, so hard that they lose consciousness because a man is throwing balls violently in their face? What about their rights? I'm so... so are trans women getting abortions? What kind of women's rights do they need? I'm so confused. Well, you know, it seems pretty tame. There wasn't that crazy one from before. And there's a Burger King. I think Burger King has a nice breakfast menu. They have croissantwich. Here in Canada, it's like a croissant, and then you have like egg and sausage or bacon. It's nice. It's delicious.
And that we would not tolerate.
Why are these women so upset about trans rights? Or why are they so in love with trans rights? They're not trans. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like religious celebrations where like Sikhs are doing like their Bhangra. Like okay, where is it? Let's pull up this picture and let's get Justine Trudeau. Is it Justin? Damn it. What did I call that video? But it was the thumbnail that I used the other day of blackface Justin. Oh yeah, here we go. When I see people beating the drum, that's also like called like beating the tassa. And so, like, that's a typical thing in, like, Hindu or Sikh celebrations where they have, like, Bhangra music and then, like, they're all, like, it gives me that kind of vibes. It's giving me religious devotion is what I'm getting from this. And I don't think anyone's religion should be gay or trans or anything LGBT because that's not religion. That's, like, it's who you're fucking. Things are not equating in my head. Oh, it looks like they're fighting. Now, I'm not familiar with this particular flag. It kind of gives me the non-binary vibes, but I think the purple, green, and white flag, I think that's, oh no, genderqueer? What the fuck? Okay, nope, I was totally out to lunch. I don't know what this flag means because I'm learning it right now. What is genderqueer? Represents androgyny? And people who identify as a mix... What? A mixture of female and... I'm learning this stuff and it makes me want to cry. What the fuck? I had no idea this was a thing. Okay, so this is that flag, genderqueer, which is androgyny represents a mixture of vagina and penis. This is so mind-bending.
Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on? Human rights!
Why are they violent? Why are they fighting? What does this have to do with trans if they start having a 1v1 in the middle of the street? Oh no, they took off his wig cap. Oh no, they stole his wig cap. You can see all his hair underneath. Oh no, is that why he's genderqueer? Because he has long hair? I'm confused. I'm actually very confused why they're fighting. It's two dudes. Where's the trans? Trans lives matter. I love the very, like, swishy British accent declaring trans rights matters. That's fun. Trans rights are men's rights? Trans trans rights are women's rights? How about trans rights are trans rights? Why does it have to be everything so fucking gendered for these people? It's just rights. You want the right to work? Okay, sure. You want the right to find a place to rent? Okay, sure. You want the right to breathe? I agree. But do you have the right to make other people affirm your gender? No, I don't think so. That goes from tolerance to acceptance. And not everyone in the world is going to accept you for who you are, trans or not. So to force people into this state of acceptance, it's disgusting. I think the word that we should be looking for is tolerance. I tolerate crazy behavior. I do not accept it. I tolerate people saying that there's multiple genders. I do not accept it. Nor do I believe it. And they shouldn't expect other people to accept it.
What happened there, bro? Each other. Whoa,
Okay, they're just mad. This is very interesting.
A woman can have a penis. I choose not to reduce women down to their sexual organs like you.
I'm not reducing them down, but men aren't women.
Men aren't women. Women don't have penises. I could agree with what the old lady is saying, but she's wearing this gender queer colors. Or maybe it's something unrelated. I'm not sure. There's too many different damn flags in the LGBT.
You're saying that a woman who doesn't want to have sex with a man is transphobic. Are you saying that a woman who says no to a man with a
We have
penis?
different beliefs in our identity, so we have very different senses.
Right, okay.
I mean, if the young lesbians want to ride on the trans dick, go ahead. They call it whatever they can call it. Pansexual, omnisexual, whatever. But if you're riding on dicks, you're not a lesbian. These new lesbians are very crazy because they're not really lesbians. It's just extra steps in being heterosexual.
Right, so do you think rapists should be allowed in women's prisons?
I believe that they're in prison because...
Do you think a man who has raped and then identifies as a woman can go into a woman's
Have you got
prison?
any statistics on people who...
No, I'm just asking you the question. I'm asking you that.
I mean, like, statistics. There's been, like, news reports of, like, trans woman impregnates inmate. Yeah. NBC News, 2022. Do you really need the statistics when just even one instance is occurring? That should not be allowed. That's just showing loopholes in the legal system where individuals with penises, penis owners, are misusing their penises against women, traditional women, biological women. Oh, God. I'm trying to use the words that they use, and using their words is really terrible.
Well, I don't believe that doesn't happen.
It's racist because the man has a right to change and it's changing room.
Yeah, okay, so this is very surprising. These police, what do they do? Okay, so the cops are just there. They're just standing in the middle of people. Okay, no one's getting arrested. Good. It would be really shitty to get arrested because you went to a trans protest. But I'm not sure what this is even really protesting. 3 days ago in Nottingham, was there some new law? I don't know. You tell me if you're from the UK. But this is absolutely insane. Okay, so let's move away from the UK and let's go to Canada, because Canada is now becoming a potential refuge for anyone of the LGBTQIA2S++, from America fleeing Trump to come to Canadian land for safety. Now, there have been people seeking asylum from the January 6th charges. I saw one thing about some Chinese dude who went to January 6th. He got charges put against him, so he decided to run away to Canada and avoid those charges until Trump pardoned all of those people. Yeah, it's so wild that Canada is just this like vacation background for people from America. But why should me as a Canadian taxpayer be paying for any one of these idiots filing for asylum here in Canada? I don't want to support the January 6th runaways. I don't want to support the trans runaways. I don't want any of it. And it's terrible that Americans feel like they are entitled to some part of Canada because Trump did something or didn't do something. What?
Also declared that from now on, only two genders, male and female, will be recognized in the United States. A move that has sent a chill through the LGBTQ2S.
Not me, because gay means dick on dick. That's what gay means. So saying that there's only two genders, that makes sense. Because, like, what are you going to put your dick on if not another dick? Are you going to put it on a kitty cat? Well, then you're not gay. I don't understand. There is an inherent binary of bisexuality because you're having sex with both genders, not 10,000 genders. I'm so confused by this.
Plus community in the U.S. and in Canada. Today, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre.
And I love that this old lady is telling me about gay shit. Why is she talking about sex? Gay sex? Trans sex? I'm confused.
Weighed in.
Very confused.
CTV's Judy Trin is on this and the many questions the executive order raises. Okay, Judy.
Sandy, two things are happening. Transgendered Canadians are worried about what will happen when they travel to the
So is she trans? Is that her secret?
U.S., and more Americans are considering filing asylum claims.
The official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
An executive order from the president signaling first steps in rolling back transgender rights and diversity policies.
How is that really rolling back anyone's rights? Transsexual is going from one gender to the other. It's not like there's a 1,000 different genders that you can take medical transition into. If you're taking testosterone blockers and estrogen, you are trying to become biologically more female. I'm so confused by these people.
It's a storm that
Uh-oh. What's their pronouns?
Gemma Hickey, a Newfoundlander who identifies as non-binary, will be flying straight
Okay, so it's a woman. Got
into
it.
Hickey's passport lists their sex as X, not male or
Okay, so this woman who has taken pride in growing a beard is still a woman. Ain't nothing gonna change her hip bones unless she breaks them. But hips are very different between a man and a woman. So this is a woman. She mad though. Look how mad she look in this picture.
female. It's unclear how U.S. officials will treat Hickey when they land in Seattle.
Was when my mother just dropped me off at the airport and started to cry and begged me not to go. It actually hit me, and then the apprehension and the anxiety kind of welled up.
Since Donald Trump's election,
Well, I mean, like, if you know that America is... If you feel that America is unsafe, why go? So, clearly there's not enough of a clear and present danger for these people to avoid going. I think they're just talking up a storm because their actions are not congruent with what they're saying.
This Toronto law firm has been fielding an average of 50 calls a day from LGBTQ2S+ Americans.
Wait. LGBTQ2S. We forgot the I. Hello. Intersex. Oh, we don't have those anymore? Okay. So get rid of the stupid yellow and purple circles. Get rid of that if we're not including the I in the acronym. But listening to what this person is saying,
Fielding an average of 50 calls a day from LGBTQ2S+ Americans.
50 calls a day. That seems kind of light, honestly, if there was some sort of clear and present danger coming from Trump.
The calls about asylum often end in disappointment.
It's been very difficult to convince decision makers that a country like the U.S., which is, seemingly democratic, geographically large, and seemingly tolerant, is an unsafe place. So historically, these kinds of claims have not been successful.
Good. We don't want your asses here in Canada. Stay in America. Go suffer there. We're doing our own Canadian suffering here.
The federal government is monitoring the situation, but unlikely to change its policies.
To suggest that the U.S. is not a safe space for trans people, for the LGBT community, I think is a bit of a bridge too far. Whether they would be then entitled to...
Uh-oh. What? So this is the immigration minister underneath Justin Trudeau, and he's sounding kind of conservative? He's sounding kind of right-wing in his approach, because the left-wing approach is that everyone's unsafe in America under Trump. What is going on? How old is this? 2 weeks ago. Not that old.
A successful asylum claim in Canada would be highly speculative.
But there are concerns that
Wait, who's flying the trans flag in front of Ontario's Queen's Court? What's it called? Queen's something. Queen's Ontario Parliament? Queen's Park. I couldn't remember it. Queen's Park. Yeah, they're flying trans flags in front of Queen's Park? I'm surprised. Queen's Park being the provincial seat of government here in Ontario, but whoa.
attitudes on gender among some Canadian leaders are aligning with the U.S.
But I'm aware of two, and as far as I'm concerned, we should have a government that just minds its own damn business and leaves people alone to make their own personal decisions.
Unfortunately, I think even with words from Pierre Poilievre, he's not saying things like, oh, we're going to change the Canadian Charter of Human Rights, because gender expression is currently protected by the Charter of Human Rights, and that was done in 2016 under Justin Trudeau, 2016-2017. Are we going to repeal these changes? Are we going to go back away from gender expression being anyone can express a billion different genders? So he's saying things that people want to hear, like, oh, there's only two genders. But what are you going to do about it is the question. Like, how are you going to make this more tangible for everyone? Because right now in Canada, you can be brought up in front of a human rights tribunal if you say something like misgendering someone. So what are we going to do about that situation is the question.
That's the kind of government I'm going to run.
Doesn't seem to, afford that recognition to us.
This Sir Faye Johnstone is very upset. But do you remember when Kamala had pronouns on her campaign website? It was like Z-Zem, Faye Femme, all of the fucking weird ass pronouns. But this person's first name is a pronoun. Like, whoa.
Trans people simply want the freedom to be ourselves, even if our lives look different to others.
LGBTQ2S plus Americans are fearful and determined. They plan to...
We're ignoring the intersex. I don't like that we're ignoring the intersex, but yet we still have to have them on the flag. God damn it. Be consistent.
Fight Trump's executive orders in court. Sandy.
Judy, thank you. Donald Trump.
Yeah, so like I'm still confused as to what they mean, like, oh, executive orders, there's only 2 genders. Like, it just sounds like he's restating common sense that there's only 2 genders, but without actually making any sort of changes to the legal framework in the states with Donald Trump's executive order. I don't know why people are freaking out. Until I hear that there's some changes in laws or procedures, then I'll start understanding better this whole problem. But interestingly, we have more about Canada. Let's see what you guys are saying, though, before we get into it. Claymore, honey, that's a man. I mean, that person was called Faye Johnstone. And, I mean, executive director, Queen Momentum. This person is Faye pronouns, but is also a queen. So does that mean that queens are not gendered? I'm trying to make it all make sense. They, thems are no more. Oh no. Do you think David Bowie would be ashamed of what's happening right now? Do you remember that song by David Bowie, I'm Afraid of Americans? Yeah. Do you remember that? I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. God is an American. Do you remember that? Yeah, that's what I feel David Bowie is thinking about the U.S. Is thinking about all of these trans as bullshits. Because David Bowie still had a dick and he used it. He wasn't like, let me chop it off. Ugh. But people like to redo history and make him into some sort of trans woman when he was just a cross-dresser. There's nothing wrong with being a cross-dresser, but now it's like a whole entire biological sex to be a cross-dresser. Strange. Ugliest flag, that's why they add the letters, so everyone can have a reason to join the cult. OMG. Have you seen the new person in our MR faction? I don't know. What is our MR faction? Mr. Faction? Interesting. Okay, so we got more coming from the trans community wanting to seek asylum in Canada. So Trump's executive orders on gender identity worries some Canadians. Doesn't worry me, honestly. Doesn't affect me.
Hendricks will soon be 20, but the transgender teen from Calgary was aware of its gender identity at a very early age.
Wait, did they just say aware of its gender identity? It? That's their pronoun? Fucking it? And this is on the Canadian news? What the bullshit?
Gender teen from Calgary was aware of its gender identity at a very early age.
Yes, they are using pronouns it for this individual. Oh my god.
And it was around the 2nd grade, I think, that it kind of started popping up that I wasn't.
So this is a boy. Why? Why is this boy transgender? Look at his Adam's apple. He needs that chondrolaryngoplasty. To be so young and to have that amount of receding hairline and Adam's apples, like, honey, you should have started the hormones a long time ago.
A boy, and all the other boys in the school knew that I wasn't.
Today, Jay doesn't identify as male or female, an option that has been recognized with an X on Canadian passports.
No, get rid of it. Canadian passports being so buyable, easily obtainable, and now have very little to do with Canada or reality, because you can just put an X as your gender. Great.
Ports since 2019. The X designation also became an option on U.S. passports in 2022. But speaking to the World Economic Forum in Switzerland, the president again made his new government's policy clear.
There are only two genders, male and female, and we will have no men participating in women's sports, and transgender operations, which became the rage, will occur very rarely.
I have an X on my passport. I'm traveling through America in May. I'm worried about what that is.
This individual is making the round, making the circuits on all of the Canadian news. Is there only one trans for Canadian news to use for expert opinion?
Interaction will look like.
Global Affairs Canada says it's monitoring the situation in the U.S. and urges those traveling to the U.S. with an X-gender passport to be cautious.
Cautious of what? Are they going to get extra chances of rape? Extra chances of abuse? Extra chances of being jailed without any real reason for being jailed? Like, what do they need to be cautious of is the question. If they have the X gender, I would be cautious of anyone calling themselves an it, but okay. I feel like its are smelly. I don't like smelly. I don't like unwashed, and that's what I get from it.
Shift in U.S. federal gender policy follows a series of state-level bills limiting transgender rights, including access to things like gender-affirming health care. In Alberta, legislation on student gender identity, transgender sport, and surgery policies was passed last month. Saskatchewan is pursuing changes as well.
We've certainly seen trans rights under attack in Canada, and so we should be...
Where? Like I said, I was suggesting before, change the Canadian Charter of Human Rights. If they want to, they could perceive that as a threat on gender expression if they remove the words gender expression. But otherwise, I don't see any threat unless people are like coming at other people's with knives. I don't see the threat.
Having these conversations, particularly at this time where we have a federal election looming and
he has no hair, no eyebrows. He looks like a big baby. I don't want to hear from him. Okay, so let's move onwards. Like I said, we had some stuff from Canada, but we also
From
had
the
something
LGBT
from America. Because apparently these executive orders are very newsworthy, but everyone is crying about trans rights. Where are the gay rights? Where is my right to suck a dick without being forced to suck a trans woman's dick? Where are my rights? Where are my rights on Grindr? Because it feels like on Grindr there are no rights for the gays. It's all about trans. Or watermelons. Okay, so we have this thing here. LGBT activists react from WPLG Local 10. I do love to have, a variety of newses. So we looked at things that were happening in the UK, things in Canada. This is what's happening in America. From penis to vagina. Of course, yes. A boy called it. Yes, he is called it. Oh, MR. Oh, I didn't know. I haven't been in Marvel Rivals since yesterday, Joey. And probably won't be because later on I'm expecting a delivery. I'm supposed to be getting my planties. So my planties will be coming today sometime. I'm excited. Ooh, let me just see. Tracking order right now. Oh, it should be here at like 6. What's worrisome is that I just hope that the people have heat on in their car. I don't want my little flowers to get cold. It's cold outside. But yeah, okay. So, yeah, back here.
LGBTQ community right here in South Florida after President Trump.
Oh, it's Florida. I didn't know who we got this news from.
Curtailed protections around diversity. The president announcing the country will only recognize two sexes in a move to end policies aimed at protecting gender diversity and transgender identity.
There's no such thing as gender diversity. There are two genders. There is a man and a woman. There is not a third gender. There is not a fourth gender, a fifth gender. There are two genders. So when people say gender diversity, like, are you talking about protecting cross-dressers? Are you talking about protecting male predators who put on a wig so that they can hide in ladies' bathrooms? Like, what is this gender diversity that they are talking about? Because if you're just cross-dressing, that's not really a gender. That's more like a fetish or a clothing style. Like, so this is coming from ABC. They are very concerned about gender diversity.
Identity. Local 10's Laren Livingston is joining us live from Hollywood with that part of our coverage tonight. Laren.
Syra was just talking about the possibility of litigation and legal challenges. That's something that these LGBTQIA plus organizations tell me that they're already talking.
He forgot the 2S. It's LGBTQIA2S plus. Don't forget the 2S.
To their legal partners and experts about just the same as it relates to this particular issue. So the frustrations and the fears continue.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
The ink's still drying on the executive order that followed, titled Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government.
Unfortunately, women, I think, are being used as sort of a political pawn here, when this is really not about those interests.
What? Wait, women are being used as a political pawn? So, like, women are getting beat up by Amani Khalif. Women are getting smashed in the face with volleyballs and all sorts of things by little trans boys that are super strong, apparently. They've got, like, why are the people who are transitioning got so much testosterone that they're beating these women senseless? So to say that women are being used as some sort of political pawn in this is degrading to these people's mothers. What would their mothers say? What would their mothers say? What would their grandmothers say? Would they like their grandmothers to get beat in the face by Amani Khalif? No, no, no. This is not political overtures. This is about protecting people. Yeah, no one should be subjected to that kind of violence.
John Harris Maurer is with Equality Florida.
These sort of attacks are about scapegoating a community.
Wait, is he gay? Is this one gay? I didn't catch that. He is with Equality Florida. So is he gay or is he virtue signaling? Because that's the questions I have about Ed Boon and Dominic Cianciolo. Are they faggy waggies or are they just virtue signaling?
And distracting from government's lack of addressing the issues that are really impacting everyday Americans and Floridians.
Trump's executive order says gender ideology permits the false claim that males can identify.
I would disagree with that. And to say that it's not affecting most Americans, I thought we were in the day and age of heterosexuality is not normal. Like, I thought that's what we were going towards with the progressive left. So then this person on the left is saying that not most Americans think of this? No, most Americans probably do think about this.
Identify as and thus become women and vice versa. It says the sexes are not changeable. Goes so far as to order passports, visas, and other government documents to quote.
Oh, okay. So this is what's changing. Some government issued documents, I guess at the federal level, will remove references to the multiple genders, which, yeah, fuck yeah. Get rid of this non-binary bullshit. That shit don't exist. It don't exist. It don't make sense.
Accurately reflect the holder's sex, a reversal of the outgoing Biden.
Look how gay the White House is. Do you know why the White House is white? Is because Canada burnt it down in the War of 1812. Then they painted it white to cover up the burn marks. And now they cover it up with rainbows.
Administration's position.
I'm personally very scared for what my future looks.
You're a woman. No amount of pastel pink, blue hair clips, banana hair clips, are gonna make you trans. You got a vagina, a vulva. You don't got a peenie. So you're not fucking trans.
Looks like, and for what my siblings' future looks like.
Maylon Diaz identifies as trans non-binary.
Okay, so white woman wants to feel part of the oppression Olympics. So now she wears a banana hair clip. And suddenly she's trans non-binary. Got it. People in America are more fucked up than I thought.
2025 was going to be the year for me where I was going to finally change my legal documents to match who I am as a person.
Which Maylon...
Does she have a neck tattoo? Is that a neck tattoo? I don't trust this woman to make good decisions if she's got a neck tattoo.
Person.
Which Maylon says makes their work with the Trans Inclusive Group, a South Florida trans and LGBTQ advocacy organization, even more important. They say the days, years ahead will be hard.
I think that it's important now more than ever that we operate from a place of love, openness.
Plot twist, she really has a penis and it's a man. But I think this is a woman.
And grace.
Okay, wow. I mean, like, things are fucked up everywhere, it seems like. But hearing the people that they got as the trans expert opinion, because, like, here in Canada, we have Faye Johnstone, who's a man. But in America, I got this, like, neck tatted non-binary. How are you trans and non-binary? Because when you're transing, you have to be transing from man to female or female to male. So you're transing into X gender? It's... You are so disgusted by vag, you've been saying it. I'm sorry. I know. It's like such a hard word to say sometimes. Trana Wintour is a trans comedian from here. She chose her last name. Oh, very nice. Trana Wintour. I like that. I'm afraid of Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC. I don't know what to think. Oh, I'm afraid of Britney Spears. I love Britney, though. Did you see the new skins coming in Marvel Rivals? It's wedding skins. Is it gay wedding or is it straight wedding? We can't have heterosexuality be the norm anymore. Remember? Lego bricks. Heterosexuality cannot be the norm. But yes, so we took a look at things from America, from Canada, from the UK, but let's bring it back to Mortal Kombat. So, I do have here this, which is a Reddit. I am familiar with the Reddit for Mortal Kombat being very unhinged. And I did not expect, or maybe I was just naive, that there was an R-trans Reddit, and it feels like a congregation hub for delusion. I mean, there's a lot of delusion on the Mortal Kombat Reddit where people are talking about Pink Floyd and great game where. So this is also what we're getting here from R Trans. Now, after seeing all of those news clips from America and Canada, you would think that trans people are being very oppressed. Okay, so top post. I got my gender marker changed on my driver's license. Let's go. Now it's just my birth certificate to go. With all the bad news in the world, I had to share some good news for America. Pennsylvania still does gender marker changes. So then what the fuck are people worrying about on the news? It seems like they're trying to put a lot of fear and scare into people when the transes are still transing all over America. How to accept being a short trans man. I am a trans man, more or less. My gender has been super fluid recently. Honey, if it's fluid, you need some antibiotics. There shouldn't be discharges all over your genders. That's disgusting. And I am 5'1". Oh, he wants to be a short man at 5'1". Okay. What makes it worse is that I mainly like men. I don't know if I will ever be able to date a cis man without feeling incredibly dysphoric and effeminate. You will always feel dysphoric because you are not accepting what you are, which is a short woman. You are a short woman. Accept what you are and maybe you won't be so dysphoric. But it sounds like you want to be taller where there is no way to be taller. You could probably break your bones, reset them, and get yourself maybe a couple inches. But that sounds like a lifelong of health problems and treatments that no one should have to go through. Okay. Even when I came out to my mother, she, who is part of the LGBTQ community herself, said I would never pass as a man. And I honestly believe her. I don't know if I want to transition if I can't pass. Okay, well, why are you calling yourself a trans man if you're not even sure you want to transition? This is so weird. How risky is it to transition in the US right now? I'm 100% sure of who I am, and I think at this point I'd rather eat metal for breakfast every day than to never transition. Problem is, the US is turning fascist. What? You can still do all your transitions that you want. Didn't you hear about Pennsylvania? You can get your gender marked up there. I'm so confused. So Reddit, disgusting. I think that if you are trying to look for help, ask a friend, ask your mom, ask a pastor. But maybe not Reddit. Because what are you going to get on Reddit? You're going to get some stupid-ass responses from stupid-ass people. So I'm so confused by all of this. I'm so confused. But that brings us to this other social media that people use, which is Twitter. And I was taking a look, quite surprised, that there is some aggressively trans statements coming from Sonic Fox. Actually, I probably shouldn't be surprised. But he's saying here, Sonic Fox. I didn't know about this one. This is a change to his Twitter. I'm a non-binary gamer that just happens to be really godlike at fighting games and very outspoken about my beliefs. I live by empathy, understanding, and sticking true to myself. See me in Skullgirls. What? Okay, so he is very narcissist, godlike. Why is he calling himself godlike? And I think these kinds of people who do think that they are godlike should not be trusted. So if this is the spokesperson for trans youth rights are fucked. Because no one is going to be listening to a narcissist like this. I think when you apply or look at things from an outside perspective, because a lot of people only want to look at fighting games or they only want to look at things within Mortal Kombat community, and this is what's happening here. Maybe within Mortal Kombat community, there's been enough of progressive retards that are willing to embrace your non-binary they them nature. No. That's not for me. That does not exist. Non-binary just don't happen. What I'm seeing here is man with uneven hairline, bad skin, and a terrible manicure. Like, damn, can we not get good drag queens up in here? The hairline is not straight. This bothers me. If you're gonna have your edges, let them be snatched. Let them be straight lines. But this, not even like, what, it's not, it's, he's so gay, not even his hairline is straight. This is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that you need some toner, maybe some like witch hazel, maybe benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid, because I'm getting very bumpy, very uneven, very splotchy, very blemished. I'm sorry, I call it like it is. That's what I see. And I mean, not when I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race in HD and I have to see these people blend to make it beautiful. I see no effort here with this overhead fluorescent lighting. Strange. Very strange. Now, I think if you want to do a manicure, and especially as like a femboy, right? Like, you want to be a femboy, you want to have fem nails. Like, there are no fem nails. This is giving me like wannabe goth kid in high school. I'm gonna bite my nails and paint them black. No top coat. Honey, you're not even painting near the cuticle. Like, it just, you've missed complete parts of your nail. Like, and you think you're so hot and so godlike that you have to show this off? Done. I'm done. This is terrible. So, okay. I didn't know. Look at this. It's the sweater. You remember the sweater that he's been wearing all year last year, 2024? Do you remember this? This is that sweater before it discolored. Look, it's more pink. I've been saying this about this man. He needs to wash his clothes, because when he washes his clothes, things might return to a truer color. But whenever I see I was going to say phonic socks. Sonic Fox wear that stupid sweater with the pink, the white, and the black. It's now, it just looks so smelly, so dirty, so brown and beige, what used to be pink. I cannot with this individual. Also, eyebrow piercing. Dave's been there, done that. By the way, let's talk about a less permanent piercing of the body. Is the eyebrow piercing. Ew, if his face has so many pimples, can you just imagine how infected that eyebrow piercing got? Because even on normal people, trying to keep the eyebrow piercing clean is kind of difficult, because it wants to heal up all the time. And as soon as you take it out, it's going to heal up. So, yeah, it's giving me a lot of like trans dysphoria, body dysphoria, hiding the Adam's apple, knowing that he is a man but wants to be non-binary. Dude, I think what would be more godlike would be if you actually accepted yourself, instead of trying to be some sort of non-binary. You're a homo. You're a faggy waggy. Get used to it. That's what you are. Very disgusting. So we go down here. Me and another dude got called the F slur for playing poker today. No, faggy waggy is a term of endearment between elder fag to younger fag. So like, you just gotta get used to it. If all of y'all's want to call yourself queer, okay, but also get used to elder fags calling you faggy waggies. Like, this is what happens. I'm so I'm so over it. Was literally crying of laughter with how mad he was. Okay, so from the outside observer, outside perspective, you see a man call another man the F slur, and then he was crying. Sounds like he was upset. Doesn't sound like he was enjoying it. Unless, were you like ha 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 as you were crying? Ugh. So this is how I know Mortal Kombat fucked. The community of Mortal Kombat fucked. Because everyone's bending over backwards to lick the balls of this non-binary queer fur fagatina. Disgusting. I think this is the craziest thing I've read in a long time, not the homophobia. Okay, where's the homophobia? You are not a good indicator of what a good person is, so it's not something you can speak on. LOL. Apparently he's godlike, so... And I don't care what you like. You don't even like pussy. I mean, is that homophobic? To say that a gay man don't even like pussy? I mean, it's kind of true. And I thought you were non-binary. You can't call people homophobic when you're non-binary. You can't even admit to yourself that you're a fur fagatina. You can't even admit to yourself that you're gay. So the hypocrisy of labeling people as homophobic when there is no homophobia. Where was the homophobia? Oh my word. Bro, you could have let that last one sit because it comes off very homophobic and offensive. So this is coming from a person named Mike and Ike FGC, which gives you an insight as to what is the FGC. It's progressive. It's retarded. It's based on gender ideology and gender affirming pronouns. Disgusting. You tell me your pronouns, I'm gonna call you it. Because apparently those are acceptable pronouns as well. But oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you remember Jonathan Anderson? Jandy. We were looking at him yesterday or the day before. Kanye can suck our kosher dogs. He made a post here about someone crying about something. Can I find it? Oh yeah. Okay, so it's this person. Being bad at fighting games is a moral failing. From originally Grugcell. So I look at this, I can't even say it, Grugcell's bio. Who is Grugcell? And this is a person being retweeted by the NRS developers. He is a targeted, esoteric, wizard navigator internet troll. Okay. He's also got the handle Yowie Terrorist. What? Yowie Terrorist? Okay. Great. So that's what the FGC is all about. Yowie, which is gay on gay anime. They, thems, weird ass pronouns, gender ideology. That's what we have got to thank Sonic Fox for, right? Oh yeah, he's outspoked, according to him. Very outspoked about my beliefs. Well, guess what? So am I. I don't trust all these faggy waggies when they're saying that they're non-binary, lying to me as if they don't suck dick. You're a gay. But yes, anyways, very, very interesting times. I don't know what to make of all of this crazy alphabet word soup. It really hurts my brain, and I am shocked that despite some people like Trump trying to say that there are two genders. We still have people saying that Legos are gendered and that it's wrong to have heterosexuality as the norm. What the fuck? Where did we come from? Were it not from a mother and a father? Oh, people want to live in some new age petri dish, but not me. Hopefully, not you either. Leave a like or get the fuck out. Live stream over. No games today. No video games. Perhaps maybe Marvel Rivals tomorrow. But if you really enjoyed this or you want to play Marvel Rivals with me, please do join the Jaded Bunny family. You get access to our family get-togethers, secret videos. All of the secrets can be yours. Please do join. Much love to all of my brothers and sisters, but lots of love to J4. Hey there, J4. Hey there, Joey. Love you, Joey. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Cara D, I also believe there are two genders. Aw, love you, sister. Thank you, Cara, for being here. Yes, OMG. Guys, two genders? Wild, right? So insane. But let's see what you guys are saying. I feel very attacked. Yes. If only people were like Laganja, but more and more people are just like Sonic Fox. No humor, bad skin. Drag Race got so politicized that I can't watch any anymore. You know, I still watch it. I watch it because, unfortunately, this was the case like a decade ago. Drag Race is like gay culture. There's no way around it. Unfortunately, it's also teenage girl non-binary culture. But Drag Race is very much gay culture. And I don't think that there would be much of a gay culture without it. Yeah. I mean, like, if you could remember, there was, like, Will and Grace, or, like, Stanford, who was gay on Sex and the City, and, like, there's that kind of stuff. But to bring it into the mainstream was the fucking drag queens. It was VH1. Damn. Yeah. I'll still watch it, though. I think the one that's really bad is Canada, because Canada is way more political than the American one. The American one can still be funny. It can still be funny, but the Canadian one always brings it back to politics. Ugh. Loving the roasting, OMG, I'm so sorry. I mean, not that him posting that picture and him calling himself godlike. What? And I do know that it's like an older post or something, but I've only saw that post today. That's insane. OMG Lamau, a short-sighted woman. I know, 5'1" little girly pretending to be a man. Stop hurting yourself. Trans for Justin Trudeau. Oh yes, I mean, we do love Justine Trudeau. Drag Race is the McDonald's for gays. Exactly. It's like fast food. Totally. I like that analogy, Christopher. But yes, thank you, my friends, for joining along. Hopefully you're having a lovely day, and praying for you to find your true gender. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.